Hey guys, and welcome to day 4 of Scoliosis Awareness. It's a really gorgeous day outside, so I was going to do some filming outside today, but I'm stuck inside doing housework and stuff. So today I'm just going to do a really quick video because, like I said on my last one, it all got complicated uploading, and I'm just going to do a quick one on the tips and little things that I did to prepare myself before going into the operation. I've got 4 or 5 main tips to go in, and it will just be a bit of a quick 5-6 minute video, so I hope you enjoy. So my tip 1 in preparing for your operation is, this is my complete number 1 tip for anyone, is to be as healthy and active as possible before you go in for the operation. It's something that I got advised, and I'm so happy that I was really active beforehand anyway, but I just really kept it up. You may be a bit worried because you may think that it may strain your back or something, but honestly it's the best thing that you can do for it. It means that when you go into that operation, your immune system is as high as it can be, you're already active, you're already healthy, and it just means the recovery process will speed up so much more. I know people who have been really active before they've gone in, and other people who haven't been as active, and generally it tends to be the people that are more active who recover quicker than those who aren't. So that is my number 1 tip. Go in as healthy as possible and you will see such a difference. My number 2 tip is to make sure you have lots of easy things to do in hospital. So take in some sketchbooks, or maybe take in your iPod, your iPad, your laptop if they're going to have internet access there. Make sure you stock up on songs on your MP3, but lots of easy things to do. So where I was at hospital, they were really great with visiting hours, and I basically didn't have visiting hours. People could see me when they wanted to, which is really great for my friends to come and visit me after school, but during those school hours it can get quite a bit boring. My hospital was really great. They gave me sketchbooks and I did art and stuff, but just make sure you have lots of things to do that are easy, because obviously you can't be up and about doing it and you'll be tired, but otherwise you may get really bored. So actually one of the things I took in was like a colouring book, you know, when you have like when you're 3, and it sounds so stupid, but it just passed away so much time and it was so easy to do, and I think I filled the whole thing up in the week I was there, and it was just easy. Moving on to after the operation, so tips for the recovery. Definitely my number 1 tip for that, so this is tip number 3, is to hire a wheelchair. Even though you may feel like, oh, I don't think I'll need it, I want to be up and about, you will need it. I'm telling you now, you will need it. It's something you're advised to get anyway, but I'm telling you from experience. You just get so tired walking about, and you just get painful and you just want to sit down, but you want to be out and about, so a wheelchair is definitely the way to go. Number 4, again after recovery, is hiring a bath stool. So actually where you can get them from, and wheelchairs as well, if you go to some Red Cross places, they're normally really good. Sometimes you have to hire a deposit, but you know, you're just hiring it out, so it means you don't have to buy them. Basically what a bath stool is what it says. You put it in the bath or in the shower, and it means that you can sit down whilst having your shower, which means when you come out of the operation you generally will need someone to help you shower and bath, but when you're recovering and you want to start doing it yourself, you can't stand up in the bath on your own. It's dangerous and you just will get tired. So the bath stool is definitely really handy. It means you can sit down on it, and some have arms, some have a back, and some are just the stool, and you can wash yourself and you can get that bit of independence back, but you know you're safe. And it's also just really helpful if you want to relax in a bath but you don't want to be against the wall of the bath, and you can just sit in that, and it's really helpful. So moving backwards a bit into when you're actually in hospital, my number 5 tip is to take easy clothes for hospital. And by clothes I don't mean everyday clothes, I mean night dresses for you girls and just very easy pyjamas for boys. Why I would say this is because nightgowns, even though they are really ugly and they're not very nice and flattering, you won't really care about that in hospital. And you don't want anything pressing on any part of your back at all, so the nightgown is the best way to do it. They're really, if you get the big ones in England, you can get them from Primark. I'm not sure where you can get them from other places in the world, but just the big, you know, ones that nobody really buys, but they are really easy to get off and get on, and they are really helpful for hospital. what I did as well was I took an outfit for the very last day, and I took hair products, and I took my curlers, and I took my makeup, because all week obviously you're just this mess and you don't do your hair or makeup, and because you're just so ill. And on the last day I found it really nice being able to have a nice shower and with help, but then go get changed in my own clothes, feeling really good, doing my hair and doing my makeup, and leaving the hospital and feeling really great and looking really great, and you just feel a whole lot better. So that's what I did, and I think that really helps as well. The last tip I have for you guys, the 6th tip, I know I said there were 4 or 5, but I just added this one in because I thought it was quite important. It's not so much of a practical tip like the others, it's more of a social tip. So my tip for this is make sure your friends really understand that when you're out of the hospital you aren't going to be your best. I mean, most friends are completely fine with it, but it's really important that you understand. My friends did understand, and it just makes it easier, so they're not constantly asking you, do you want to come out to this party, do you want to go to a gig, that sort of things, because especially I had mine in the summer and a lot of my friends were going out to parties, and you don't want them to feel like they can't ask you, but you don't want to feel like they're constantly asking you and you have to constantly say no, because you don't want to be bashed, and also that's really important that they understand that. So when they're out with you, they can make sure they kind of protect you. I know my best friend had scoliosis operation, and she was there for mine and I was there for hers, and it's actually really worked really well because we've bounced off each other for that kind of thing. But it just means all our friends around us know how so well to treat scoliosis operations. But it's really helpful when you can do that sort of thing. So when you're out in town shopping, they know that to kind of form around you so people aren't bashing into you. They know that you can't go out to these gigs, but also it just means they feel a bit involved as well. They don't feel like they can't ask you to come out, but they know your certain limits. So make sure they really understand that. That's a really important one, I think, for your social side, because obviously scoliosis recovery isn't just about coming out of the operation and recovering physically, it's about recovering mentally too, and you want to be as involved in your friendship groups as you possibly can. They are my 6 top tips for recovering and preparing for the operation with scoliosis. I hope it was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!